By the way, this background, I was like, why Sonia? Why? Hey guys, welcome back to Foundation Friday. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing the review slash first impression on this Biege Beauty Skin Finish Foundation, and I actually found this at the Dollar General. So if you're interested in seeing what this is going to look like, then you got to keep watching. Okay, so along with the foundation, I also bought the concealer in the shade Beige. And then of course the foundation I bought in the shade Tawney and Sand. And the reason I bought two foundations is because I wasn't really sure which one was going to be the closest to my skin tone. So we're gonna find that out right now. On top of that, I also bought the primer. This is the Pretty and Primed Stay Put Makeup Primer. Now I'm going to go over all the claims at the end of the video along with the review of everything that I bought here today. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first things first, we're going to check to see which one of these matches my skin tone the best. So this side right here is the shade Tawney, this one here, and then this is the shade Sand. So as you can see, Tawney is my shade. So I'm gonna wipe this off and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this primer by Biege. Ooh. Okay, so I got the primer on my face. Now, I'm just gonna pull my hair back in this scrunchie that I have here. And as usual, guys, I'm going to use my fingers to apply the foundation. So, yeah, I'm just going to mix it up just in case. I'm just gonna do one pump. Wow, this really applies. Nice. So I got the foundation applied to both sides of my face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the concealer. I'm gonna shake this up though, because sometimes you have to shake up the product depending on how long it's been sitting there. So hopefully this is the closest to my skin tone as well. Oh, that's not bad. It's really nice and creamy. It doesn't have a bad smell to it at all either. So considering the fact that this foundation is very inexpensive, and the concealer, by the way. So I'm just going to, again, take my fingers and distribute this concealer out nice and even. So the coverage on the concealer is not that great, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more. Okay, so I have the foundation and the concealer completely on my face, and I will give my final thoughts and review at the end of the video. So right now it's 12:38 in the afternoon. Did y'all see that? I'm sorry. It's 12:38 in the afternoon, or 12:39. And I am going to finish up my makeup off camera, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So it is now 9:19 in the evening, and I was trying to end this video earlier and my camera died. Story of my life. If it's not my foundation not matching, it's my camera dying right before I want to end the video. So anyhow, let's just go ahead and do this review now. So there is 12 shades on the website, and the claims are that it's a medium to full coverage foundation and that it blends effortlessly for a flawless look. It also states that it's a blendable formula. Oh, I'm sorry. Its blendable formula blurs imperfections while smoothing your skin. Now, when I first applied it, I was like very reluctant. I was like, I don't know. But then once I applied the setting powder, which I use this L'Oreal Infallible, and then I applied all my makeup, it actually looked really pretty, guys, and it did blur out the pores. Not a lot, but enough where I was like, you know what, it's not that bad of a foundation. So if you have really big pores and you use foundation to, you know, hide them, or like to, you know, give you that blurring effect, I don't know how well this is going to cover it. But if you're like me and they're not that bad, you're gonna like it. It held up pretty well, guys. What I love about this foundation is that it did not cake up and it did not crease into my fine lines. And that might be because I do use my hands to blend out, and I really get in there and I blend. So, I mean, it applied smooth, it applied evenly, and I mean, the consistency of the foundation is like a creamy, not liquidy, but it's a little runny, but not too bad. I mean, I used one pump and it gave me like a light to medium coverage. So I can't speak for people who like a full coverage foundation, because I don't know, I didn't apply enough to tell you, yes, girl, it's a full coverage, but it's enough for me right now to tell you that it gave me a really nice coverage. So no complaints. I do recommend it for people who have combination to normal skin, or if you do have dry skin, just make sure to exfoliate before you apply any foundation, because you don't want the foundation clinging to those dry areas. So if you have really oily skin, guys, I don't know, because of course I don't want to tell you that it's going to give you the best coverage and it's going to last you all day long, because everybody's skin is different and the way foundation wears on everybody is different. So for me, it held up about a good 5 hours before my oil started to seep through. It didn't move, and of course, like I said earlier, it did not crease. So okay, so moving on from the foundation, we're gonna get into the concealer. Now the concealer I was not a big fan of. It did not brighten under my eyes, and it didn't do anything for me. Now, if you're, if you don't have anything going on under your eyes, you're gonna probably like this, but for me, it was a no-go. But as far as coverage goes, guys, it wasn't there. But the claims do say that it's highly pigmented, and it's to brighten under your eyes, and it's for tired lines. It's a natural coverage, so that I will say it's very, very natural. So I wasn't a big fan of it. Now, and this one retails for how much? Let's see. I think $5. Yeah, oh, $4. So the concealer is only $4 and the foundation is $5. So moving on to the primer, it's like any other primer. You're not gonna know anything until you wear it and then you apply the foundation. And honestly, guys, I mean, the foundation held up pretty good. It could be because, the primer. I mean, there's a lot of things that involve why foundation holds up as long as it does. But I mean, I'm a big believer that if you use the primer with the foundation, that it's formulated to work together. So that could be a reason why this worked out really well. But the primer, I mean, it's a nice creamy primer. I mean, nothing that you've never seen before. I recommend the primer and the foundation. The concealer, if you have dark circles, girl, this isn't gonna work for you. And I'm telling you that because I don't have very dark circles, and it didn't even cover. It did not even brighten. So I mean, I'm telling you, don't waste your money on this. If you have darker circles than I do. But that being said, ladies, that's gonna conclude this video for today. If I've left anything out, you guys know that I will leave everything in the description box down below. So you guys don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.